Hello everyone, Swordsman75 here, bringing you another commentary on Rush defense of Nelson Bay. As you can see here, this game picks up pretty late. This is not editing, this is where I entered the game. Where you saw right here, that was my very first spawn. My squad mate and myself, we hooked up, we tried to get into a game, and this is where it put us. We ended up coming into a team with one MCOM station left, and that was it. We kind of looked around here for a couple seconds trying to figure out if there was any enemies close or what the situation was before we started diving in trying to help our team win. Now I can only assume that up until this point the team was getting rolled and everything. One MCOM station left. At first I was a little disappointed. Oh man, coming in here and getting an easy loss for something I had nothing to do with. But we decided to do our best and see what would happen. Now I am rolling around as a medic once again, and instead of my M60, instead of my M14, I am rolling with the XM8 light machine gun, which is a pretty nice weapon. Decided to put the M60 back on the weapons rack for a little bit and experiment with some other LMGs. I think the M60 is a little overused, and I just wanted to try some other weapons, and I found this beauty to be pretty nice. You can expect a full-on review of the XM8 LMG coming shortly. I do have some pretty interesting footage with it, and I will give you guys all the details you need to possibly consider trying out this weapon yourself. But yes, as you can see, it is just a simple game here defending. I just wanted to include this because I literally had to do nothing to edit it. I didn't have to cut anything out, I didn't have to fast forward anything. This is I think technically my first video on YouTube that is Battlefield related, that is no editing, just this is me playing from start to finish. This is everything that I did in the game, and I just figured I'd put that up and let you guys see it. Show you guys how big of a noob I am when I edit out some of the other stuff to fit in the good action parts instead of my dying 3 times in a row with no kills. Yay for no death streaks. But I wanted to also touch on the fact that the game's been out for 17 days now, I think. I just wanted to sort of give another touch base or whatever update on what I think of the game now that it's been out for so long. A lot of games that come out, you get that initial rush of, oh my god, this is amazing, and then as the time goes on, it's not so good, or you find little flaws and stuff. So I figured I would see what you guys thought and offer my own opinion now that it's been so long that I've been playing and having a blast. I would like to say that I still love this game as much as I did when I first played it. It is absolutely incredible. It is a lot of fun. It seems to be very balanced for the most part. I think there's a couple weapons that are a little overpowered, but not too bad compared to some other games that are out in the market or whatnot. I think the gameplay itself is pretty balanced with the map design and the game design. You will tend to require teamwork and coordination to do well, which is always a bonus when teamwork is rewarded, so is team play, so I'm all for that. One thing I'm kind of a little disappointed in as the time goes on is I wish more maps were available for each game type. Like, for example, all the Rush maps aren't available for Conquest and vice versa. I'd really love it if all the maps were available to every game type, which from what I understand, when the DLC comes on the 30th, I think, they will be expanding 2 maps to be playable in the other game types, so that'll be a nice little bonus. But there's been a lot of times when I wished I could play, like, Rush on, say, Panama Canal. I think that would be an incredible Rush map, but they just don't have that yet. But we'll see what the future holds. It's just a minor little thing, you know. I guess as the 17 days have worn on, the newness of the limited maps has surfaced a bit, but that's not a bad thing. You can get them memorized like the back of your hand, and all sorts of other little neat things come into play at that point. Again, just a little thing. I like the fact that they have said there's going to be a ton of DLC. Some of it free, some of it paid for. I like to hear that. I know in MW2 all we have is 2 confirmed DLCs that will be available, and nothing stated about the other stuff. Whereas with Battlefield, they're talking about supporting this game with DLC for quite some time, and there will be plenty of it. Some of it will, of course, cost Microsoft points, but I expect that. So long as it's more reasonably priced and there's good stuff there for the price, you know? Compared to, what, $15 for 5 maps? Yeah, still not happy about that, but I'm gonna buy it, as I said. Are you guys? I am. But I'm definitely looking forward to the extra stuff coming out here on the 30th for Bad Company. That'll be interesting to see if there will be any releasing of Xbox Live numbers for what game had the most traffic on that day. I would gut instinct say MW2 will have the most online played when their DLC hits. But I think Battlefield should be pretty well off whenever its own free DLC hits. So that should be pretty interesting. I guess another thing I've noticed from the 17 days of playing is there's a couple bugs, but most of them seem to be technical, like server stuff. That seems to be the biggest downfall of this game, is the little server errors and the technical stuff instead of gameplay stuff, which is so nice to see for a change. I know the frequent crashes to dashboard that people get, or the parties getting split up. It seems to have gotten better over the last few days. I don't know if that was intentional or just luck on my part. But it's just these little technical things that are just so frustrating. I think the one day they had server maintenance during prime time in the United States, which I wasn't too happy about, but what are you going to do? If servers need fixing, they need fixing, I guess. But all in all, I would rate this game probably a 9 out of 10. Even after having a few weeks to get into it and chew on it and see what was going on. If they can improve the server stability and work on that lag so that way the dedicated servers will really shine, I think it'll be incredible. And just continue to improve my enjoyment of the game even more. I want to thank you guys for all the support once again. From my video I did yesterday, I think I've gained almost 50 subscribers. I'm up to like 228 now, which is absolutely incredible in a 24-hour period. That is just so awesome, guys. Thank you so much. And here you see, we were able to get the win. We came into a match, one MCOM station left. We did everything we could, and my little two-man squad ended up helping out. I think I was going to be a couple points short of topping the leaderboard for our team, even though I came in so late, which that was kind of cool. Didn't do too bad. I think I went 16-4, which not bad at all. So thanks, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Now it's been 17 or so days. I will see you guys soon with upcoming reviews of the XM8 light machine gun and the Sniper M24. Take care.